everybody, it's Adrienne and
Alyssa
for WDW Rounds, and today we want to talk about our bucket list.
Yep.
Disney bucket list, not just like life in general bucket list.
Yes, Disney bucket list.
Right, Disney bucket list. So things that we have never done, or restaurants that we've never eaten in, or just kind of experiences just in general of things that we want to do at some point in our Disney going.
Yeah. Hashtag
lives.
one day.
Right. All right, so my first one is that I want to go on a VIP tour.
Yeah.
Which is very expensive.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, $700, $1,000. I have no idea.
They have multiples.
Yeah, and it depends on like how long you go or whatever. But basically, you get a VIP tour cast member, and they take you. You get to go behind the scenes. You get to go like utilidors. You get to fast pass pretty much any ride that you want to. You kind of plan your ideal Disney day.
Yeah.
For however many hours you sign up for the tour, and then they just take you wherever you want. So if you want to eat at a certain restaurant, they'll make the dining reservation for you. If you want to go Rise of Resistance and then go Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway, whatever, like they take you through the whole thing. And I just think that that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
And, kind of, I don't know, just like a special treat. You know what I mean? Like for a birthday, maybe I'll do that for my 40th.
Ooh.
I can start saving them now.
Yeah.
Also, I think it's really cool is that it's the same price if it's 2 people or 10 people.
Oh, yeah. So you can split it.
Yeah. So that makes it a little more cost effective. Not a lot, because it's still very expensive.
Yeah.
But, that kind of...
And they used to have other tours. Like, I remember researching, and they have, like, they've got, or at least they did. I don't know if they're still doing it.
The Key to the Kingdom tour.
Yeah, they had the Key to the Kingdom. And those were actually, like, not
like
horribly priced.
$120 a person or something.
Yeah,
like that.
and then if you're annual pass holders, you get discounts off of those type of tours. So, I mean, it kind of depends on what you're wanting to do with your day. If it's like your first time, I would say maybe not, that because it kind of occupies a huge chunk of your day.
Yeah.
But if you're like old hat at Disney, you've been a bunch of times, you want to do something a little bit different.
Right. Well, and just learn more about the parks in general, because that's kind of like when we went on the Wild Africa trek. It was about learning more about Animal Kingdom just in general, and the animals and how they take care of them and what they do for them and all that good stuff. So it was just, a new type of experience. Because like, you're right. If you're lucky enough, like we are, to have been able to go multiple times, it's trying to find a new way to experience things. And it's like your own documentary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But you can't film on.
Right. Exactly. That is true.
Because you're behind the scenes.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's on my bucket list one day. I definitely want to do that.
Yeah. And speaking of tours, my bucket list is to do one of the Adventures by Disney tours.
Oh, yeah.
I would love to do that, especially for the West Coast, because you can do a West Coast tour where not only do you get to do Disneyland, Disney California Adventure, it also takes you to the Walt Museum, the studio tour, like you get a bunch of stuff. It's very cram-packed full of things.
Yeah.
So again, not something that you would do like for your first trip, but if you're wanting to like have your trip planned for you and be filled to the brim with behind the scenes stuff, then, and I'm a huge nerd, so like I'm one of those people that will sit and watch the special features every time I buy a Blu-ray disc of a movie. Like, I want to know how they did it. I want to watch the deleted scenes. Like,
I watch with commentary on.
With commentary, like all that kind of stuff. Like, I want to know the ins and the outs of how this thing occurred. So I really want to do that. But it's full of stuff. So it's definitely not recommended for first timers. But if you're wanting a full experience, because like it includes meals, snacks, you get your own tour guide, so it's really cool.
Yeah.
And it's not really that expensive. It doesn't cover flights, because I've researched it, of course. So it doesn't cover your flight, so you're responsible for that. But it covers a stay at the Grand Californian, and it covers your meals. So it kind of like once you're there, it's all inclusive.
Yeah.
For like, I think I priced it for like $3,000 For
2 people?
For a 4-day?
Yeah.
I don't remember if it was for 2 people or for 1. That's a good question. Because that's a lot. It's for 2 people. But I mean, really not that bad. I mean, money is relative.
Right. Yeah,
It's subjective. So it's depending on what you want to spend it. But I didn't think it was horrible considering what you got.
Yeah. Yeah. And considering Disney in general, because Disney in itself is expensive. So, I mean,
Yeah.
you know, anything extra is going to be
Yeah.
Speaking of pricey, the other thing on my bucket list is to stay at a Grand Villa. Like,
in a particular resort?
I
or just
don't
anywhere?
care. Anyone.
Yeah.
The biggest room we've done ever is a 1-bedroom suite, which was already a lot of room for a vacation. But when I've watched videos of tours of the Grand Villas, that's like 3 bedrooms, right? Like, holy cow.
Yeah.
They look so neat.
Yeah.
We walked by when we stayed at the Grand Destino Tower on the club level, which back then was, I don't want to say really cheap, because again, Disney and relatively cheap, but we got a club level room for like $350 a night, which
for Disney, that's not horrible.
that's not horrible. So anyway, we walked by the presidential suite because it was on the same floor as us, and one time the door was open, and we were just like,
like peeking into heaven,
right? Like,
like behind the pearly gates.
It just, I mean, they're talking like full dining rooms in these Grand Villas.
Yeah.
And I would rather do that, honestly, than stay at like the Poly Bungalows or something like that. Like, because those are also super expensive, like $2,000 a night or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just one day. And like, I don't know, I would never need to go to a park. Just hang out in the room all day long. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah. I feel like this video is turning into the expensive things that you can't afford at Disney.
Can never afford. Like, literally, when we were planning this video, we were talking about, you know, things that should go on it. And Alyssa mentioned Club 33, and she's like, I'm not even going to talk about that because that's too expensive and I'll never be able to do it.
Never going to happen.
But, like, half the things that we want to do at Disney, we're never going to be able to do, so.
Yeah. I don't know. Because, like, my next thing is to go to
Aulani?
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 I don't know. Hawaii.
Hawaii. But, like, that feels more attainable than
33.
than going into Club 33. Because Club 33, if you guys are not aware, is extremely expensive.
Yeah.
How much money does it cost just to get on the wait list?
Like $20,000?
Yeah, and then there's like dues every year where you have to pay like 10 grand every year to maintain your membership.
Yeah.
It's really, 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 really expensive.
Yeah.
And the wait list is like years long.
Yeah.
So that feels far less attainable than going to Hawaii.
Right. Or you can know a friend, but I don't know any friends that are Club 33
Hit us up.
members.
We need new Disney friends.
Right.
If you have influence.
Right.
I'm just kidding.
Just saying. We are always up for new Disney friends. And if you happen to have a Club 33 membership, that's just icing on the cake.
Yeah. But I do want to go to Aulani one day.
Yeah.
That was the next one on my list because I've always wanted to go to Hawaii, but it's so expensive.
Right.
And I'm a little bit of a scaredy cat when it comes to like flying long distances. Like I would love to go. Ooh, another thing. I would love to go to Tokyo Disney.
Yes.
But the flight terrifies me because it is so long. Because I was again researching that, and in order to go to Disney in Tokyo, they recommend flying because we're East Coast.
Right.
Flying to West Coast and then flying from LA to Japan. So
That's
like
a lot of open sea.
that's a lot of open sea. And that's kind of how I feel about Hawaii too.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of Japanese influence at Aulani. Yeah. And so that's why, because they're like relatively close to each other as far as flights are concerned. So, but I would love to do that.
I would too. Like you, I've always wanted to go to Hawaii anyway, just to experience that, you know. But then being a giant Disney fan, like I feel like if I'm gonna go there,
Makes it a little bit more accessible.
I should do a Disney style. Plus, they have DVC, so the flight is gonna be crazy expensive, but
you
it's
can
possible
rent
to
DVC
get a
flights.
room for a little bit cheaper than you could probably at another Hawaiian resort.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, here's the other thing. So creature, habit, right? And I need to know what things are going to be like. And I feel like that is so different for me going all the way to Hawaii that I would feel that sense of comfort knowing that at least I was going somewhere that's Disney owned.
Yeah. And that's me too, because I'm terrified of going places that I'm not familiar with. But I also really love to travel, so that's weird.
Yeah,
but anyway, but I feel like it's a little bit more accessible. Yeah. It's your foot in the door of going to places somewhere that are different.
Yeah.
Especially like with Japan, I would love to go to Tokyo Disney, but I'm also terrified. And Japan's not even really that inaccessible. Like they're very English friendly.
Yeah.
All of their signs, like 9 times out of 10, will have the Japanese and then the English right underneath it. So it's very accessible, but it's still scary to go somewhere that you're not familiar with.
Yeah.
So I feel like going somewhere that is Disney is the foot in the door to get you comfortable, to wade yourself into those waters, to possibly expand beyond that.
Yeah.
To kind of get yourself familiar with the area.
Well, and same, I guess I could put this on my bucket list too, is that I'd love to go to Disneyland Paris.
Yeah.
I keep seeing pictures of that castle, I guess, on Twitter because it's under construction or whatever right now.
Yeah.
But it looks so pretty and fairy tale like, and
yeah,
I'd really like to visit there too. That's definitely one of the parks. I can't think of a Disney park I wouldn't want to visit, honestly. But yeah, that one's definitely on my list too. I would love to go to Disneyland Paris.
Yeah. Hashtag one day.
Yeah. Hashtag one day. On the list.
Yeah.
So my last one, talking about attainable, is a fireworks cruise. I don't know if they're doing that right now, but they used to, and that they would do, like, you could rent a boat essentially and head out on, what lake is that? Not Bay Lake. Bay Lake?
I don't know.
The lake that you cross the ferry in to get to Magic Kingdom. I don't know. Anyway, that one. And you could rent a boat and they would take you out, and there's like food and, you know, drinks or whatever, and then they just kind of give you this prime viewing spot for the fireworks in Magic Kingdom. Yeah. And I just think that would be really fun.
That would be really fun. Yeah. I'm interested to see what the new show for the 50th is, because I feel like because they're so projection heavy with Happily Ever After, that it almost takes away some of the perks to those fireworks shows and to, you know, those kind of things. Like we always recommended, go to Ohana for dinner, watch the fireworks
on the beach.
But you're only getting half of the show by doing that. So I hope that they get, I know this is like, they're going to do the opposite of that, but I hope they get away from the projections a little bit and go back to more of the fireworks focused.
Yeah. I think that was a like money saving effort. Because I remember when Happily Ever After first came out and it was so projection heavy that the general consensus was that they were trying to save, because Disney World is the largest consumer of fireworks in the entire world. And so the fewer fireworks you have, the more money you're saving, right?
Right.
So, I mean, it's literally a non-reusable. You know, they can replay their projections every night, but once fireworks shot off, it's gone. So, you know, that's a pretty big expense. And plus, you've already set yourself up. You're Disney World. You have, you're supposed to have these amazing nighttime shows. So I think they were trying to cut back on the actual fireworks part of it, you know, and like you're saying, I don't see that necessarily going up in this era, but I still think it would be, I don't know, just something different.
Yeah.
Something different to do.
To spiral off of that, I hope that this is another bucket list for me, talking about West Coast and nighttime stuff. I hope that one day on my bucket list that I can see the Main Street Electrical Parade, because Disney World does not have any nighttime parades unless it's like a party.
Right.
And those are exclusive. Like, those are ticketed events.
Yeah.
And so I really want a good nighttime parade.
Did you ever see? So you never saw the Main Street Electrical Parade when it was at Disney World?
No, I didn't get to see the Electrical Parade. I didn't get to see World of Color.
Yeah, I didn't see World of Color.
Because
I thought that was Disneyland's.
World of Color is Disney California Adventure, and then the Main Street Electrical Parade is Disneyland.
Okay, but it was at Disney World.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was that before our time?
It my baby moon, when I was pregnant with Melanie.
You had the Main Street Electrical Parade?
Yeah.
Well, dang.
But I want to say that to travel back to Disneyland for the 60th, for its 60th.
Oh. Okay. Well, either way, I really want to see it.
Yeah.
Because I like Twinkle
really
Lights.
Cool.
I like Twinkly Lights. And I like synthetic music. Like,
all the performers and their little lined up dresses and stuff. Yeah, it was really cool.
Yeah, I really like Twinkly Lights. So I really want to see it. And then I really want to see World of Color too because I love color.
Yeah.
And it's a very bright show. Like I've watched lots of YouTube videos of it and that kind of thing. But I didn't get to see it because when we went to Disneyland in 2018, we were only there for essentially 2 days.
Yeah.
Because we flew in on a Thursday.
I think it was.
I think. And then we had Friday and Saturday. No, we flew in on a Wednesday.
Okay.
And because Mom was there for a conference, and that's the reason why I got to go was because
Mom was in Anaheim.
She was in Anaheim, and so I tagged along. And so
favorite child.
There are no such favorite children, but you're right. Just kidding. But I got to go.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm looking forward to if we get to go to Disneyland in 2022.
Yeah.
Because we'll be staying longer, and because we only had 2 days, I didn't have time to adjust to West Coast time. So we were literally in bed by 8 o'clock every night, and I was up at 4 in the morning. So I was able to like rope drop really great.
Right, you were ready to go.
I was in the parks when it opened, but I didn't like before the sun went down. We were already back at the resort, like getting ready for bed.
Yeah.
So that is a bucket list for me.
Yeah.
For when we get back.
Last time.
Because I didn't get to see any of the nighttime stuff in Disneyland.
Disneyland itself is bucket list for me, which, like she said, we're in the beginning stages of planning for 2022.
Yep.
So hopefully,
I'm really excited about it.
Oh, I've never been.
I'm so excited. Like, and that's the thing that like. I feel so thankful that I was able to go in 2018. I was able to experience so much, but there was so much I didn't get to experience, and I didn't get to experience it with other people because I was solo.
Right.
Mom was in class all day, so I am excited about sharing those experiences with other people. I'm excited about sharing that with my husband, with the kids, with you guys. It'll all be all of y'all's first experience.
Yeah.
And so I get to experience that again.
Yeah.
With other people. And that was really exciting. It was really exciting.
And not only that, but you went during fall, so you got all the Halloween stuff, and we're hoping to go in December, so you'll get to experience the Christmas stuff, which Christmas in the parks, I think I've just decided is my favorite time.
Yeah.
So
Christmas is my favorite time.
Right? Like,
the only holiday that I get really excited about.
I know.
Yep.
I love it. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
And then that'll cross something off my bucket list.
Yeah. So I'm hoping we'll get to do a lot more. Because there was stuff that I didn't even get to do. Like, I didn't even go into Toontown.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I didn't ride the train around the parks. Like, my original plan was. There was a lot of rides that I didn't ride because I saved them for Mom. And she pooped out on me, unfortunately. Because she was in class all day. So, I mean, I can't blame her.
Yeah.
But she pooped out on me. And so, like, I didn't get to do the Alice in Wonderland ride. I didn't do anything in Toontown. I didn't ride Big Thunder Mountain. So, like, all of those things that I was like, this is Mom accessible because she, like, gets motion sickness and stuff. So, I saved a lot of those things for Mom to ride with me. And then we didn't do it.
She was tired.
Yeah. She was too tired. So,
yeah. So, I'm excited. Yeah. I am. I'm very excited.
Yeah.
That's like the only thing on my bucket list that like has a check mark next to it that I can potentially do soon. Yeah, soon. All right, so that's all I got. You got anything else?
Yeah, I had a couple other things. Talking about food bucket list things that I have not eaten yet. There's a couple restaurants, but the one that I want to eat at the most next time is the Boathouse.
Oh, right.
Because we don't really spend a whole lot of time in Disney Springs, so I guess this would go along with the theme is that on my hashtag bucket list, one day hashtag, I want to rent DVC, stay at Saratoga Springs, don't go into the parks, just do Disney Springs for a long weekend. Because 9 times out of 10, if we go into Disney Springs, we're there for like 2 or 3 hours and that's it. And we do a quick service. Like I'm pretty sure the only sit-down restaurant that we've done in Disney Springs is T-Rex.
Have you done House of Blues with us?
Yes, I have done that.
Okay.
But everything else has been quick service.
All right. Because y'all didn't do Homecoming. We thought about it, but didn't do it.
Yeah, we ended up canceling Homecoming because we wanted to go into the parks instead. Right. So that I would really love to do, is to dedicate some time to the sit-down restaurants, because there's so much good food there.
Yeah. So speaking of Disney Springs, I one day want to do the Amphicar.
Yeah, at the boathouse.
Hashtag one day.
Yeah. Yeah. And I want to eat at Homecoming. Yeah. I know that you've eaten at Homecoming, but I have not. I want to do the boathouse. I want to do Wine Bar George. What else do I want to do? I want to take Sean back and do House of Blues, because that was really good too. Even though that's like a chain, sort of.
Yeah, like it's not only available at Disney Springs.
Yeah.
It's still, it's good.
Yeah, and there's none around us. Like the closest one in South Carolina is in Myrtle Beach. So it's not really accessible even here.
Yeah.
As so, and Sean's never done it. So I think he would really enjoy it.
Whiskey butter. Sorry.
I remember that club. The last time that we went, that club that I got, it was delicious. Fantastic.
So y'all didn't go when you were at the beach last weekend?
No.
No. So sad.
No.
So sad.
No, we didn't. And we were up there close to it, but we didn't. We ran out of time.
That's okay. Happens.
Say lovey.
All right. So what was your last one?
Characters.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I forgot about this.
Characters that we have not met. Do you have any characters that are?
So of course I've never met Robin Hood. I met Prince John and oh gosh, the Friar Tuck. Yeah. Friar Tuck. I met Friar Tuck, but I've never met Robin or Little John, and I know that those are face characters. And they were only out because it was Mickey's birthday year. So, they were doing those random characters, bringing back classic characters. So, of course, I would love to meet Robin Hood one day. I think I would probably melt into a pile of goo. But, he's definitely on my bucket list of characters to meet.
Yep. And we've met all the princesses. So, like,
I have not met all the princesses.
You have?
I have still never met Mulan. I've never met Pocahontas. I've seen her on a boat in Animal Kingdom. And I've never met Moana. Does she count? Is she an official Disney princess?
Do they have those meet and greets though?
They did. Moana was at one of the Halloween parties that we went to, but her line was literally 4 hours long. Yeah. So that was just not going to happen. And Pocahontas used to meet in Animal Kingdom, and Mulan meets in China in Epcot, or used to.
Yeah.
Things are all different, weird now. But I remember specifically those are two princesses that I've never met.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, Moana. But but like classic characters.
Yeah. Like, I've never met Peter Pan, and I'm pretty sure I would be a giggly mess. Because I love Peter Pan. And, like, the videos that I've seen of his character interactions, like, he's so funny and...
Just adorable.
And so I think I would, like you, I would be in a little giggly puddle of goo if I got to meet Peter Pan. Yeah. I probably wouldn't say anything. I would probably be, like, completely frozen.
Well, just in general, face characters are hard. Yeah. Like, thank gosh, Disney cast members are amazing, because they always keep conversation going.
Yeah, because I'm super awkward.
Same.
So I'm very thankful. But yeah, so I would, Peter Pan's probably the only face character that, like, I want to meet. Like, I want to see all the other ones, but non-face characters, like the costume characters, are so much easier to interact with. For me.
Yeah, same, for sure. Yeah. I think that's all I got.
Yeah.
So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have anything that is hashtag on your list, put those down in the comments below. Comment on anything that you thought about ours, and anything that's been on your bucket list that you actually accomplished. We would like to hear all of those stories for sure.
Yep.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see y'all next time. Bye.